What's going on, everybody? Jeremiah here from Babble in My Backyard, a pond and garden channel packed full of informative and how-to videos for you. In today's video, I got some more tilapia. The last batch of tilapia I got didn't work out so great. I put them straight out into the aquaponics system. At first had the pumps running to run the filters, and I think I lost some sucking them up into that pump. It's a little too strong for the little swimmers. So I kicked it off to try to save what I had left in there, because pretty quickly they were disappearing. And then I realized that I was still losing some, but this time I could see the ones that I was losing. What you see here is when the water goes through the whole aquaponics system, it drains into a tank, and this tank has a pump in it that has a float. So when the tank fills, the water cycles back up into the IBC tote. But it comes back into the IBC tote with a lot of force. This was shocking the fish, and they were kind of dazed and lost when they got hit by that jet, which made me recognize that they were dying from getting hit by that jet. And then I pretty much didn't have anything left a couple days after that. So this time I got some more, and I'm doing them inside in a fish tank. So far it's already been a couple days and they're doing much better. I haven't lost anything yet. I think the way to go is a indoor aquarium if you're going to start these fish as fry. And they're eating the algae tablets right now, so I just throw algae tablets in there pretty consistently. As I walk by and I check and there's not an algae tablet in there, I'll throw a new one in there. They do like that high temperature. It's showing only 83, but when I check it with another gauge, it's actually 86 in the tank right now, and that's where I have it set as 86. So let's now jump ahead and see where we're at in the coming weeks. After the first week, I put some plants in the tank to help filter. I was having a difficult time keeping the water levels where I wanted them. It turned out that the little piggies ended up eating all the water hyacinth roots as well. When I pull water hyacinth out of my greenhouse, the roots look like this. After a couple days of leaving it in the tank, the roots look like this. All of the fine little hairs that come off of every major string have been eaten away. As you can see, this worked out much better than my previous method of just putting those tiny fry into the IBC tote. So having them in here, one, I can watch them very closely, obviously, and I can see if anything was going wrong. And at one point something did start to go wrong, which just led me to look at my water a little closer, and I just had to do some water change to fix that. We're going to move them now to the IBC tote. About 2 inches is probably a safe size for going out into the IBC tote. So I've cleaned up the IBC tote that had koi in it previously, my koi fry that have gotten quite large. The temperature's way up higher than what koi like, because tilapia like temperatures higher than they do. So we're up to that around the 85 degrees for these guys. So it's been pretty cool to watch. I put plants in here and they just chew on these plants. I've been putting duckweed in here. They devour the duckweed. They eat the roots of the water hyacinth. They tear up water lettuce. All the plants I put in there, they're eating all these algae tablets. I started out with the Zieglers. I'll have a link for both of these in the description below for you. Then now they're eating the Purina Aquamax, so these are the pellets that they like right now. And I'm going to put these into an auto feeder for them. Okay, I've got this auto feeder on here. This is an auto feeder that I've used a bunch. This is in the description below if you're interested. Very easy to use. It has 4 different auto feedings that it can set up for. You can also manually rotate it to have food just come out manually at any point. So I'm not going to run the auto or the manual right now because there is some food floating in here. As you can see, these guys are getting quite big, trying to eat this camera. We're doing pretty dang good now. I don't know how many are left in here. I know I had a problem for a little bit, even from what was in here. I had lost one here and there. Then suddenly I saw that they were getting really aggressive towards each other and actually killing and eating each other. That was probably on me also. It's another learning I picked up. Unfortunately, I wasn't feeding them enough. These guys are hungry and they eat a lot. So they've gone through 2 stages of smaller food already. And now they're onto this product here, which is also linked in the description below. But this one is to grow them out the rest of the time. So they'll be eating these pellets as well as any of the plants that I'm growing, duckweed or the water lettuce. And pretty quick here, I'll be moving them into eating my black soldier fly larvae that I grow. They're a high source of protein and calcium, so they really be a good food for these guys, and they will gobble them up. Alright, hopefully you liked this video. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Don't miss any of the wonderful videos we have coming all the time. Now that you're subscribed, until the next video, make sure you check out one of these other videos. These are pretty great also if you haven't seen them. And we're going to go ahead and see you in one of these videos. Could click it now. Go ahead. Good job.